everyone, back for some more today of Pilates. Today's session is all about posture. Those of you that are coming to actual live classes, last time we did posture, we worked on our flexibility a lot, especially in our upper back. And the last posture class we did online as well, again that was more related to flexibility. So today's class that I'm just filming now is going to be based on strengthening your muscles a little bit more. So these muscles here in particular, and the back of our arms for part of it as well, all those muscles that work down the back of our bodies to keep us in a nice upright position and stop us from getting round shouldered. So we're going to start in standing today for our warm-up, and then we're going to come down to the mat then for most of the class. So we're going to start with overhead reach. So just make sure that your feet are in a good position. Your arms are going to go up overhead and then back down. So we really need to warm up these arms and shoulders, our upper backs, and keeping those ribs down. Hopefully you'll also start to warm up your upper abdominal muscles, which again will help us to stay in a good posture. So we're going to do 5 more of these. Good, trying not to lean back. Good, that's 3 I think. 4. And 1 more. 5. Good. Right, we're going to use our legs a little bit now, just to get us into a position where we have to use our postural muscles a little bit more. So we'll just warm our legs up slightly. So we're just going to come down into some squats. Only go down as low as you can go comfortably, of course. Try and push through your feet to come back up. And like I said, as low as you are comfortable to go. Good. So now we're going to add in our upper body movement. So as you come down into your squat, your arms are going to go up, like so. Okay. You'll feel more restricted. You might not be able to go down as low. 1 more. Good. Now the good thing about that is you would have had to keep looking at me on the screen, so hopefully no one was looking down to the floor. Our next little warm up for our upper back is going to be, we're going to go down into a squat. So where you're happy to hold, for me it's here, for you it might be here. And then from this position here, we're going to take our arms up. Okay, it will be quite restricted. As you can see, I can't get my arms as high as I normally would. But you should be able to feel the muscles in your lower back and upper back working to keep you upright as those arms go up. 2 more. You might not be down as low as me. Last one. Good. Well done. Then we're going to stay in our squat. I'll just turn around. Bottom of your squat, so wherever you're happy. You're going to bring your left hand onto your right foot, and then you're going to bring your right arm up and look up at it, just to get some rotation. Now this may look like this for some of you. That's fine, okay? Whether you're comfy in that squat, so you might not hold onto your ankle, you might hold onto your thigh. Then you're going to change over. So your right hand's going to come onto your ankle if you're all the way down, or your knee or your thigh, and then your left arm is going to go up. Again, just to give yourself a little bit of a stretch. You should feel this in your upper back, lower back. Some of you will be complaining into your quads by now, sorry. Good. And then come back down. Right, back up into standing now then. Last little bit of our warm-up before we go down to the mat. Just to open up the front of our chest a little bit. So, against the wall, arms up, and then we're going to rotate towards the wall, and then back down. And again. So you're starting with your arms in like a 90 degrees at the shoulders, 90 degrees at the elbows, all the way up, if you can, only as far as you can go, and you're trying to keep your back from overly arching. For some of you, that would be quite a struggle. And my feet are not against the wall, they're just in front of it. Good. Right, let's do one more of these just to open up our chest a little bit more. Lovely, good. Need a nice open chest to allow those muscles behind to work. Okay, we're going to go down to the mat now, and it's still a little bit of a warm-up, but more into the main body of the class now. We're going to go into cat and cow, just to stretch out your upper back and with your mobility. So we're going to go into our cat, make a big arch, look through your thighs, and then into your cow. So look up ahead of you, really hollow that lower back out. It might feel a bit pinchy for you, some of you. And then we're going to arch up again. I love this position. I'm not so keen on this one because I'm never in this position. I like to stand with my back rounded, which is not good. Neither standing in this position. I want to be somewhere in the middle, but I do favour this flexion position. Good. Well, after this cow, we're going to do one more cat. Really look down through that hole between your legs and then back into your cow. Look forward. Moos are optional. I'm not going to go for a moo today. Good. And then we're going to go down to the mat. Now, I should have said you just need a towel or a pillow for underneath your headstone. I'm just going to grab mine. Good, right then. So we're now going to go into some work in prone, which is facing down. So before you get down onto the mat and struggle to see me, I'm just going to show you what you're going to do, just for a couple of moments. So we're going to do breaststroke prep, like we normally do. So normal breaststroke prep is with your hands down by your side, head down on your pillow. You squeeze your shoulder blades together, then lift your arms up. Okay, that's our normal one. Today we're going to do it with our arms out to the side. Okay, palms are going to be facing down. So we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back and down, and then lift our hands up off the floor. And then they're going to come back down nice and slowly. Okay, so that's our first exercise. So get down into position, foreheads on your pillows, hands out to the side, all the way out to the side, so hands level with your shoulders. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and then lift up off the mat and then back down again and again. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. They'll feel like they struggle to come together until you lift your hands up and then back down again. Good. And again, squeeze up. Good. Back down. And squeeze and up. Good. We'll do 3 more of these, so 3 more in your own time. Really squeezing those shoulder blades before those arms lift up. This will work those muscles a little bit more, just because we're using your arms as longer levers, so those muscles that are stabilising and moving us have to work a little bit harder. Last one, so squeeze together and then lift those hands up. Good. And then come back down for a rest. Lovely. So the next one, we're going to build on that now, and we're going to go into breaststroke level 2. So you can get rid of your pillow for this next bit because your hands become your pillow. Okay, we do this lots in class and lots online, so you should all know this really well. So we're down in this position here. You're going to turn your tummy muscles on, and then without looking up, so keeping your chin tucked in, keeping yourself having a double chin, you're going to lift up off the mat and then come back down. Your head stays on your hands, so your hands lift as well. Okay, off you go. So up you come, little pause at the top, keep that chin tucked in, and then back down. And again. Now, after we did our live classes a couple of weeks ago on posture, I can see who's trying to keep their double chin. I can see who's losing it a little bit. Keep going. We can't see your double chin, so don't worry about it. Just keep going, keeping that double chin as much as you can. You can have a rest in between each rep if you want it. So make sure tummy's turned on, your feet are staying down, and you're coming up to the same height as you did on your first one. Okay? We'll do 3 more. Just 1. That's 2. Last 1. And that's 3. Good. Right then, we're going to try and combine those exercises together a little bit. That's why we did out to the sides today. So we're going to do actual breaststroke now, which involves like a breaststroke movement, like swimming. So I will just show you before you put your head down and get going on it. We've done these lots of times before, but not for a while. So turn your tummy muscles on like you've just done. In the last one, just to stop your back from arching, you're going to come up, your hands are going to go in front of you, they're going to come round like you're doing breaststroke, come back underneath you, back under your head, and then you come back down, and that's 1. Okay, so when you do this, what I want you to try and do is keep looking down to the mat, don't let your head come forward. I promise your hands are still there, you don't need to look at them. So you're going to come up, reach forward, keep looking down, bring your arms around like you're going to do breaststroke, squeezing those shoulder blades together, back underneath you, back under your head, and then back down. And off you go again. Now, when you're doing this, make sure you're not lowering as your arms come down behind, around you. You need to stay up as high as you did when you first got up there, okay? So no sagging. Keep going. You're going to come up, out, round, squeezing those shoulder blades together, back underneath you, and then back down. Good. Have as much rest as you want at the bottom before you go again. Good. Right, we're going to do 2 more of these. You might just feel it in your lower back. That's okay, they're postural muscles too. They're just working hard to keep you up there. Last one. Good. And then back down. Good. Those of you with poor thoracic mobility will have found that quite tricky. Don't worry if you didn't come very high up. And if you're going to redo this class at any point, focus on the quality of the movement rather than how high you come. Okie dokie, so now you get a little bit of a break from the strengthening. We're going to do some mobility. So you're going to have your little pillow or your towel. You're going to lie down, lovely, on your side, knees and feet together, hands together. This top hand's going to come up. We're going to go into arm openings. So you're only going to go back as far as you can keep those knees down. My knees want to do this, I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to come back to the start position, and then I'm going to go again, and just keep repeating. So this should feel really nice. Some of you might feel a bit of a stretch across the front of your shoulder, from your armpit. It's really important to have a really nice open chest, and the ability to have an open chest. So flexibility in these front muscles, just so we can actually activate our back muscles. I think for a lot of people, they've got the potential to be really strong in their backs and have a good posture. But if you're round shouldered from a history of bad posture, you might be a little bit restricted into that movement. So it's about just opening up the chest as well as trying to strengthen the back. Kind of a 2-pronged approach. 1 more. Nice. Good. And then you're going to change over to the other side. I'm going to come down the mat just because it's easier for me to see you. I know I can't actually see you, but in my head I can see exactly whose knees are coming up. I can see who's going too far and trying to like take their wrists down to try and get to the floor. I know what everyone's up to, just that I can't physically see you doing it. Good. So as I said in class quite a lot, one side might be better than the other on this one. Your non-dominant arm tends to be more supple because you don't use it as much, you haven't got as much muscle tension around it, potentially. So my left arm, I've got a lot more flexibility in it because I've got less stability in it and strength. Good, this is really good for me. I've been doing this today, I've done lots of weight overhead and it's been quite tough. So actually this is really nice for me now. Good, well done. Well, let's do 2 more on this side. And then we're going to work up to using our back muscles again and the muscles around our shoulder blades. And I didn't say at the start of the class that you'd actually start, let's do one more. So you'd actually start the class that we have got push-ups today. So these next few exercises are warming us up for those. Good. Right then, so now, I'll just took my hair out. We're going to go into some what's called scapular push-ups. So for this, we're going to be on all fours. Now this movement isn't a big one. It's not like the cat and cow where our whole spine is moving. We're just moving our shoulder blades. Okay? So in our all fours position, and you'll see I'm going to do a couple so you can see the amount of movement that I'm expecting, so you don't go too much and lose the muscles we're meant to be working. So from this position here, I'm going to push down through my hands. You can see my upper back rises a little bit, and then I'm going to sink down between my shoulder blades. My shoulder blades come together. I kind of rotate my shoulder blades down towards the floor, and then I squeeze them together towards each other. And that's as much movement as I'm expecting from you. Okay? Now you can see that I'm not shifting my weight, I'm not bending my arms. They're just nice and straight. So have a little go. So you're going to think about rounding those shoulder blades, pushing down through the floor, and then squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good. Often think about having a credit card between your shoulder blades, someone's credit card that you want to go wild with. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together to stop someone pinching that credit card from between your shoulder blades, and then you feel a bit sorry for them, so you let them have it by just opening up that little hole that it's in as well. Good, and then you squeeze it again, you don't want to give it up, and then you let them take it. Good, I'm going to do two more. This is just warming up around our shoulder blades and our upper back. Good, one more set then. And one more. Good, well done. So, in a few moments, we're going to do an every minute on the minute of our push-ups. And we're going to pick a number that we're going to do for 5 minutes. So I'm going to probably do 5 every minute, then have a rest, and then 5 on the next minute for 5 sets. Before that though, we're just going to get used to the movement, because I know some of you aren't too sure about it. And we're going to do some slow lowers. So this will help to activate our postural muscles in our upper back, and also get some strength into our shoulders. So you're going to be in this position here on your knees. We're all going to be on our knees, despite the fact that you can do it on your feet, some of you. So weight over your hands, elbows travel back, and you're going to lower yourself to the floor as slowly as possible before coming back up. Now, can you see that my bum travels down at the same time as my upper body? Okay, so your hips and your chest should hit the floor at the same time. You can get up however you want to, it doesn't need to be a push-up. So I'm going to come slowly down, and then I'm going to get up however. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more of these. Slowly down, and then up however you want, and then last one. So really try and keep that core tight, elbows in, good, and then back up. Lovely, good. So we're now going to do 5 minutes worth of push-ups, but you're going to choose how many you want to do each minute. Okay, I'll tell you when each minute comes on. Now you can choose whether you're going to do it on your knees or on your feet, because some of you can do it on your feet quite well. Also, you're going to keep that number stable the whole time. So if you choose 5, you're going to do 5 every minute. You're not going to drop to 4 or 3. And if it's too hard for you to do a full push-up, you're going to do those lowers that we've just done. Okay? So you can choose whether you do your lowers and how many you do, whether you do your push-ups on your knees, or whether you do full push-ups on your feet. Now I'm going to do them on my knees. I think the majority of you will be doing them on your knees. And we will start in 20 seconds. So get sorted. I'm going to go for 5 every minute on my knees. Some of you might want to do 5 on your feet. Some of you might want to do a few more. but have that in your head of where you want to be. So we've got 5 seconds left, well, 5 seconds now. So get into your position, you're going to do your set amount, off you go. So I'm going to do 5. And then I'm going to rest. Good. So have a rest for the rest of the time. I know it seems like a lot of rest, but you need this rest in order to be ready to do the next set really well. On the flip side of that, if you think it's too much rest, and when we do this next set, if you think, well, they were really easy, I could probably do a few more, by all means, add an extra 1 or 2 in. But we have got to do it another 4 times, so don't go too mental. Right, so we've got 20 seconds left until we do our next 5. I think actually I might alternate and do 1 set on my knees and then 1 set on my feet. So this next set I'm going to do on my feet. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, off you go. Good. And then rest. Good. Well done, everyone. I'm trying to think to myself, who will have picked about 20 and be really struggling by now, and who will have picked 2 and be wishing they'd done more? Those of you doing the lowers are probably going to take a little bit longer to do them. That's not a bad thing. Just think about your movement a little bit more, and it will help with the full push-ups eventually. Good, so we've got 15 seconds and we're going to go into our 3rd set. So we've got 3 left, 3rd, 4th and 5th set left before we stretch out at the end. Good. Right then, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Good. Well done. 2 sets left. Keep going if you're still going. I probably should have picked more than 5. That's why I've got a little bit more rest. But I'm not sure by the end that I'd get up. So my sensible head took over a little bit. Good, right then. We have got 20 seconds left and then we're on to our 4th set. And after this we get a little bit of a stretch out for those muscles. So we're nearly there. Good, right then. So in 10 seconds left, get ready to start your next ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, off you go. Yeah, they're getting hard now. Ones on my feet I don't like. I'm going to use the excuse that I've used my arms a lot today already, but it's probably because I'm not very good at them. Right, well done. You've only got 1 more set left and you've got 30 seconds rest until we do those. When you've finished, what I want you to do is I want you to go down into child's pose. I'll give everyone like 30 seconds to finish. So go after you've finished your push-ups, go into child's pose just so we can wait for everyone to finish. Well done, nearly there. This is your last set. I know for some of you this is really challenging. So in 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Good, and then you're going to go into your child's pose. Stretch those muscles out. It'll feel like you want to stretch those muscles out at this point. Good. I'll just wait till I think everyone's finished. I'll give you another 10 seconds. Just enjoy that child's pose. If you've been there for a while, just enjoy it. Stretch those arms out as high up as you can. Good. You're going to come up onto all 4s now then. We're going to thread the needle. So one arm's going to come underneath you. Really, really stretch that arm out and twist towards the ceiling just to give your upper back a bit of a stretch out. Lovely job. And then you're going to change over to the other side. Sorry to turn my back on you. It's not that I can see if you're being unruly anyway. Good. And then we're going to come up into sitting for our last little stretch. Well done, everyone. Some of you I know find those push-ups really challenging, but hopefully that little 5 minutes will just give you a chance to have practiced those. So you're going to come up with your right arm, it's going to come across to your left foot, bring your left hand back and look down at it. You should take a breath in, you should feel a stretch down the back of your right shoulder blade. If you can't, bend your elbow a little bit on the right side, then take a breath in and you should feel it. Good, and then you're going to change over to the other side. So left arm up, cross to your right foot. Good, go through those little stages until you take a breath in and can feel it down the back of your right shoulder blade. Nice job, good. And then come back up, and you're done. Well done, everyone. So, we haven't got a class, one-to-one, a face-to-face class next week, and we haven't got a video next week as I'm on holiday, hopefully, if Boris doesn't change anything else. Only to the peaks, but it'll be a nice change of scenery. So next week, I still want you to do a class, so maybe go through the ones that you've already got and pick which one you'd like to do. Preferably not flexibility, unless you really, really want to work on it, because the week after will be flexibility. But I'll leave that up to you. So hope you have a good week next week, and I will see you here on this phone again in a couple of weeks. All right, take care till then.